I know it's a simple thing to say, got to make your shots. If you don't make your shots, you're not going to win. That's an easy thing to say about anybody in the NBA, but the Celtics in particular, it's just if they don't make their threes, it seems like they're toast, you know. And then you sprinkle in the turnover problems that they seem to have every now and then in the playoffs, and it looks like we saw that last night in Game 2. What's your opinion of the Celtics right now, Frank?
Yeah, I don't like the way that they play, with always trying to make so many 3-pointers. To me, they always have a size advantage. Why not, try to find a mismatch where you have it, whether it's Drew Holiday with Darius Garland trying to guard him or Jason Tatum. I'm not saying you have to do it every possession, but just stick those guys down in the post. Now, Brian Scalabrine, who I do the show with in the morning, he says they were trying to hunt for that, but he says it takes them too long to get into their offense. I thought they looked really soft last night, just like they look soft in Game 2 against Miami. And I think that's the one edge if we ever saw a Knicks Celtics series. Now, the Knicks, who knows how many players they would have available, but the Knicks are tough, both mentally and physically. I'm not so sure we've seen that yet from the Boston Celtics. And after the game, Jason Tatum comes out and says, everyone thinks we're supposed to blow everyone out by 20, 30 points. No, we don't. But we're expecting to see a better performance and maybe play with a little bit of fight. And they certainly didn't have it last night. So it's the second series in a row where they dropped at home game. And what's that crazy stat? Their last 30 home playoff games over the last 4 years, they're 15-15. It's hard to think of them as a championship team if they're going to be 15-15 at home when it really counts.
Yeah, I hear you. I just, when Porzingis gets back in there, right, Frank, and we're assuming he's gonna soon, and I don't know. They just seem to be so talented, and we're kind of having a tongue-in-cheek fun here that if they do take on New York, it'll be the Knickerbockers, because Brunson on half a leg, and Josh Hart with an IV bag, and the ghost of Allen Houston needing to come off the bench. I don't know, man. I just Celtics do.
But Rich,
yes.
if you go back to '99 and Jalen's dad was on the bench. He was at the end of the bench, but he was on the bench. And Tom Thibodeau was an assistant coach with that Knick team in '99. Patrick got hurt. I think that was Game 2 against Indiana in the conference final, so he was done for the rest of the playoffs. Then if you go back to that Game 6, Allen Houston, that was the game where the Knicks clinched. Larry Johnson got hurt in the first half. He was done. So the Knicks were missing former number 1 overall Patrick Ewing, former number 1 overall Larry Johnson. They were just going to Allen Houston the whole time. That's why I got to laugh a little bit with all the Reggie Miller, like over the top stuff. Reggie Miller could not stop Allen Houston. I know they don't bring that up when they talk about Reggie Miller, dominating Madison Square Garden, owning the Knicks, owning Madison Square Garden.
Yes.
They don't bring up Game 6 in '99. I could tell you that.
Well, they yada, yada, yada 99 in the broadcast the other night, and then just stuck on the other one, Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.